Hi, I'm George, TSG's ActiveWizard Product Manager. In this short demo, I'm going to overview routing an ActiveWizard form for review. Now, if you haven't already, check out the Active Form and Active Workflow demos in the TSG Learning Zone to see how we created this form and also chose the approvers for workflow. So in this preview here, I can see that it's set to go to both Conan and Alice. And one of my actions here in HPI is to start a review workflow. So I can go ahead and do that. And by default, we select the approvers as reviewers. But the review route we see is very open. So I could select other users if I want, or I could even remove users at will. So I'll just say to set this to go to Alice and go ahead and start the review route. So once I do that, the status of the form is going to change from draft to in review. And we'll also see, so we see the status change here, but we also see it change in the overlay using our Open Overlay product, that it changes on the PDF as well. I'm going to go ahead and sign out, and I will sign in as Alice. Now, Alice will receive an email as well with a link to this task, but I'll just log in here to HPI, and in the inbox, we'll see a task here for this form. So in this example here, I have OpenAnnotate set as the viewer for PDFs in HPI. So as part of this review route, I could actually annotate right on this PDF to add comments. So let's say as part of the review, Alice thinks that maybe this shouldn't be priority of change low. So she's going to change and just add, like, let's say she's going to draw an ellipse here, and maybe she'll add a sticky note. And go from there. So go ahead and save the annotations. And now she can complete her task. I didn't show this, but there's other options over here as well. For example, we can delegate. So if Alice wanted to delegate her task to another user, she could go ahead and do that. So let's say she wants to delegate to Ben, she could delegate this task. I'm just going to go ahead and complete the review. This voting is a configurable feature we can turn on or off, but this is just an example. I have it set to a pick list of ready for approval or additional review needed. I only have one reviewer, but you could see in the audit history if you had 10 reviewers what their quote unquote votes were. Uh, so I'll just put C annotations in the comments here and submit. So once all the reviewers are finished, in this case we only have one, the status of the form goes back to draft, um, and we can continue working with the form. So again, my user, as the person who started the workflow, would get an email with the notification that the task is finished, but I'll just jump back in here. And we can very easily see Alice's annotations on the form. And we can also, if we look at the audit events, we can see that my user George started a review route, and we can see that Alice reviewed it at a certain date and time, and we can see her comments and her vote here. So let's jump back to the form and just quickly make that change that she was mentioning. So I'll go ahead and edit the form. And I'm going to change this back to a medium change. And I'm also going to remove Conan from the task here just for our approval demo, which will be next. So if you remember from the active workflow demo, changing this to medium is actually going to add a role to our workflow. So it's going to go to this initial QA task to this QDadmin3 user as well as Alice. Go ahead and finish. And then now I have a new version of the form with those changes. And I could always go back to the 0.3 version and see Alice's annotations. But for now, we'll call this finished. Well, that's it for this short demo. Thanks for watching. For more information, check out our website at tsgrp.com and check out the next demo, which we're going to go through to route this form for approval.